Abusinyemo bibia kwa ba. Sallam Mustapha the National Youth Organizer edemo NPP. In fact, micro party nkete. Na owurawe nibre eni sebi usun aka nsɛm bi. Na wohwɛ ne nkasaye na wuti hawa na Sallam Mustapha kasa wuti mu se owurawe aka kakra bi se nka ɔmoma ne chance enka obi so. Because ohwe hawa na wosi kasa utimu se sun ahye ne na akoma mu awerɛko bi ahye na akoma mu ni na se mo beka ye ndo a ye ohano ma na news breaki ye the breaki nyina ne se social media commander, that is ura ye friend no Kelvin Tailor ke se arrest warrant na done so 2020 justice ba ko de to no so no. Any Supreme Court, the apex court of the land, etimi akwashi, just we ye fili honum, ama branti no, the lawyer na asem oye free man. Abusia same way na Sallam Mustapha no, sebi same way the NDC for asheda no moye we, NDC for sebe we sebe nyado. Oma sheda and omo titi ye NPP for ni Ghana for. Yenti nsema Sallam Mustapha di tuda. Ewo, okay, FM one kwame nkonmati kesiye. In fact, ewo ade chen bi show no so yenkombra ekoba beto so
ni nkomo we mesaba nana nche me da ase Sallam Mustapha National Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party. Nana me moache
Major so minia what do you think
me wo yo na so
nyamiado me ho ye pa nyamiado
wo ye yewura Kelvin Tailor and the arrest warrant to no so na what the according Supreme Court to said there be near maybe ntwa enra 4-1 decision by the apex court one more akwashe sade no atoagu na what ya yes umuni ya udi kum say ade so the law is the law it is saying
yo ili akwa mathematics here manentia with you for nyina mewe aho pa kana member yama mewe aho eni se yenyina ase yehwan na omaya yenyina yesese ase it is being strangulated to death right in our faces. Nyesi Nrano is the highest bastardization of the court. Nyesi Nrano. Mame ka ajewi. Maybe obia and kada. But let me disclose ajewi. Nene obia inti. I'm a saying inti. Last 2 weeks or so, isi eyo emergency omukori running those 19 police stations. You know my no. You call National Executive Committee meeting. You call the decision. Say yani isi enyajin inti Sairano we will not take part. Amongst the deliberations I take here, we're very sure at National Executive Committee say interlocutory injunction. In fact, interim injunction final. It will be thrown out of court. Not yet sure. Are they? Because we share the new arrangement. Our court here. Acting CJ is a case Pia be filing. Young fan Breno. Now on share case no. Na
me case bi akra ye no Ghana ha no ye in the stead of the Attorney General.
But Chief Justice, I'm sure one who's asked secular Chief Justice, acting Chief Justice, assuming office of the Chief Justice. I'm sure one who's asked secular now.
Yeah.
And in the media, yes. Okay. On one case that refer it to me.
But somebody ni mo emra na man ho kwan sa
ini sa money na so somebody who I didn't here. You see, everything can be legal but not proficient. Because why? Not you're definitely sure the interim injunction you be togu is because abiding our interest in the case. There was no way we're going to get a friendly judge. Obama, you know, over grant interim injunction and sign the issue of court. In fact, your lawyers actually then you know, interlocutory injunction. No, yet to go but no. Now, your anticipating say MAC. It is becoming a clear pattern. Say, we totally has emasculated the judiciary.
More passes on yes, Supreme Court, you got unanimous Supreme Court FC.
No, different.
Oh, okay.
Different. And my message to Mukaka. Say, what you want some court? Na case no. Merit of the case no. Munya you be true. In fact, tell me the case is echo court. You lose you ameboa. Tell lose cases maybe. Because now buying agent as well a week. Dana NDC 4 cases will be now want to me echo file election petition. I wouldn't need even one pink sheet. There would be as evidence. Say will be a election. Now what we need agent so be now they are Sarah court. Now you're inviting me. When you ask them no say no omekasa na no kasa no wait me adu see wrongdoing from there that they are kawasem. I don't think that any court will tolerate that. I know na NDC 4 year I will lose cases ne bebre na say o matani round no makase the court is biased into don't balance it. It is in the mindset of balancing and then the kind of damage Kelvin Tailor what in America 1 year my way more it's no joke. In fact, me at the point Kelvin Tailor S9 shows like I said young bonkumi people should kill me.
But the issue in contention no and you any specific
I'm just telling you.
Oh, okay.
The kind of sebi young fashion man for question boy we all these injustices system so what did you attempt to say attempt a court that court I'm on best warrant now what back on my way more now national security okay we share video now all see from court no all national security operatives are no more born home by national security operatives are more born home by because our buying circles are buying national security for AC operational. I could determine I could see that the national security personnel are no more born home. Now Kelvin Tailor to me about my way. Now we see our airport, Yanchino, Interior Minister Anchino, immigration officers Anchino. Now you to go finance the airport. Maybe or the media speculations are our system media baby order. I don't know where he's living. To me, Castle Dia say Ampa or Prestige Link or baby a vice president, an official resident, meaning the one or here. But say Interior Minister, Justice System, ain't to me no. Not with me a court. On one hand court. Not justices of the Supreme Court. It to me I granted the right of social right. Eddie Amma Kelvin Tailor. I think that this is the highest bastardization of the court. And my cat na blame with your question.
Okay.
Said that the second coming of John Mahama clear that we have a democratically elected president with a coupist mentality. Why say coup in a way? If he has no regard for law, for structures, for anything. Then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebu on my way, no, he doesn't have regard for anything, not law, not institutions, nothing. Okay, senior oxygen in Yamana, DJ Naya fa and Boneso said, Yamana suspension into Uncle Nephew using Article 146. In that article, no, there's no way actually say you can suspend a chief justice by a suspension. No, Yamani Bibri now you over 30,000 people rightfully employed. Nay, you made this omuko fee no more omuko tinase. Oh, yeah, or mine oh, now. What is what you say? Oh, mine is saying I share.
My Mr. Question.
Don't the money Muhammad is destroying this country. Oh, my way, you wanna media more him. Yes, society was here. I don't know, be your comb. Let you know what him. Media no be your comb.
Media no, I think I'm afraid we are heading come we.
Oh, hey, yeah. The papa couldn't see, or mine ain't say, Anna. I hear John Dramani Mahama, and he says, the president. Say, Kelvin Tailor, what did you be at 10? As I say, Chief Imam, Obia, what did you be at 10? Oh, no, yeah, justices inside, you know, almost find the fact who the man on my way. That's how I'm a young. Therefore, when you and a choir, John Dramani Mahama dear Fason, on the oil one can no call. But in fact, any idea no call. Tell you only on any idea no the coffee, only the BB and fan who be more. Any idea consono. And yeah, NPP point a ye yao. A mine on a yeseno. A mine on a yeseno. Yeah, consono. And he can afford a boom food. No, Mama John Dramani Mahama, who said he's not an Arabian king, but he's not a coupist. And you coup and an other bar, but he was elected through the ballot box.
Angimus, with regards to the case, you know, your new lawyer Martin Pegwooding Comoasis was say. Daka the court no es we di kan say o man salmon so salmon no na one salmon will be a enti na salmon no mu no e date es we appear in court we enter appearance e wo court we nyina ama ofiti ya court ni fiti ya no e na o issue arrest warrant enti the court erred in that regard.
Yeah, cash serious lawyers of my way my and kind Martin.
Oh, there would young law.
The fair lawyer Papa now Okasa make me Akasa for Huna. We are always stomach direction defending or defending abiding left right center.
Uncle Sallam Mr. Wara, Mr. Mimpese be con personal why what Mr. Pichu.
And your personal.
And there be
my opinion about
there be stomach direction. He's a lawyer. Aye. Pacho why what on
your principle.
The position of the law, no? And I make and not the person. Why, Mr. Wadaruma? Because it will be banned by us. I mean, so many. Why, Wadaruma?
The law is the law. Kelvin Tailor, it's maintenant the show so it did you be at him. It did charge him. About for now the court. Now somebody the court case is the court case is almost every time. I we our court case because on board the entry. That's the boy we from fear you know or the on Bubia can be able to do be at camp. And on the court case is and it be now you know or they copy court. You know, the arrest warrant yeah? How do you summon somebody who is living in America? When you say, I'm out of the jurisdiction, it's immediately question because Obia ain't me and someone me. Obia ain't me. How do you summon such a person? You put a bench warrant on the person. A common sense.
Before say Obama bench warrant, no, and she say, as a say we use summons. HL says she should come and show cause. Court not dating national failing to appear. No, the court may issue an arrest warrant, but where there is no summons, no, who could issue arrest warrant? Said because one can't change on court and Wama.
This is Obia Oti America. Odisa and Semhuno. We are the Asamon Omba. On himself, Niameyano is because I am far away and want someone Omba. Another one. It's common sense. I am lying. It's me a judge. I mean, I won't waste my time to tell you, say I'm going to summon you. I'll give you maybe bench warrant better also. I'll put a bench warrant on you. Because someone engagement, the person is
because the bench warrant, you know, it only says, sir, you have found my court and just say, and
that is why Obayano, like I said, immigration officers, there, Kenya, security sector, SCTA, we got tickets, now we got checking. The system already knows that you are coming to Ghana because almost money manifest, list are, airlines here, Jumano, money back the destination country way ahead of time. In Ghana, now you say Kelvin Tailor ever. You say bench warrant edanoso. But Kotoka Yanchino. Interior Minister Anchino. Otini SO Echo Court Yanchino. There is something wrong. And say, in the future NPP government, we will investigate how he passed through the airport, our mansion, and investigate the interior minister as well. Crime has no expiry date. In the future, those officers, immigration officers, are on the airport. Emma Kelvin Tailor, it's me way more. That's you may be some questions. They will answer questions. Who gave them authority to say they should let Kelvin Tailor to come into this country? Once there's an arrest warrant on him. Not necessarily or minor any say, what they do Hanona Yakosano. Na Yetunako court. Na court Akashi Aka, now Yeshisha. What baby, with a coffee, but on so and so date. Brana Yankayasin and one on. Say any automatic say he'll be jailed. Bench warrant. And on the local court, they can grant him bail to go home and reappear upon the date scheduled for him to come and answer questions. And no. They would have all known that Mra Ayejuma ewa my mo. But this one, you say Mrani Enyejuma. Ya said that and a bumrano in favor of one person because what did you be attempt at your ma
because on per se you boni din at the text message be about what say what per se was it please Brad Kwame with respect to Kelvin Tailor issue. I want to find out the legal implications of not arresting him when he came to the jurisdiction before question of the arrest warrant. What I want to know is that before the question of the order by the Supreme Court, was the order of Justice Cheba still effective or not? If it was, exactly. Why was he not arrested? Find out from lawyers, including Pegu, whenever you get opportunity for my education, please.
In fact, some of the lawyers are Master Pegu the mama friend. Okay. Lawyer Papa be brave or my way. Monse Papa ni bina ombe church them. Na yam benefiting from the legal education. This so much direction, obey the wind legal.
Oh, Debbie. Ah, Mustapha, I want this.
Yes.
Mr.
The way this country is being destroyed, by a share for people to destroy this country. And the question is very accurate whether Justice Balfour's arrest warrant was still in effect. And the question is yes, because the Supreme Court had not granted any order of the judiciary. Injunction every hall, and even Justice Balfour himself withdrawing the arrest warrant. So the arrest warrant was in effect, and that is why Kelvin Tailor went to court to challenge the arrest warrant. It's because the warrant was enforced. If the warrant was enforced at the time of its entry, why was he not arrested? The right thing to have been done was to arrest him and take him to court, not to send a court granting a bail. The court will leave him for him to reappear at the behest of the court. But that is not what has happened. Otini ebe si Ghana mine. And I find a fact can not quite so. Could it quite so? Echo yin every airport hall. Echo sieno. Esanjine ebe na quarter. What did they court last time? What did any monyam etchi from? What stay on mudin? Now what's I what I say, me arrest warrant what me sono munyi free ho. Na no kure na yi free ho. It's sad. It's a sad day for Ghana's judiciary. And it's all because of what Madam Justice Tokono is going through. But Namibia Tiobiaka involved in the destruction of this country. God is watching. God is watching. And the day of accountability will come. They are buying food from the beba. Will come because they are fighting. Because it's a dangerous precedent being set. And it's not make okay. In the future NPP are buying up. The bench should move on those who allowed him in. The bench show more.
Okay. Now my memory and once no Dr. Kwabena before and 9 others were discharged. Now I can say sika akodi wo free your mind sika no say arrangement am here and says wo mutuam 60% and no wo ho kwan say yenye nipa biblia keka wo say first no say the emransi and we must first be convicted na ya hold the conviction in abeyance say wutimi tuya sika no a na oman sika nso no yetimi ka so obi ntuam 60% na de aka no so won fa nkodi here nkofo aso bebe na minimum your thoughts on that.
Yehu amaya Dani Odua Chemfa ene dafofo Chemfa ene bi na yehu no they be not the once we end this immediate we the body and am not the prosecutor se kofie sika we no fako we the we end this in o which mra no wundi mra no any NDC for ndi NPP for nkwa na mra no eno mu ebedi nti e de we NDC ni akofie NPP for no na ye be ha mo pa nti obi a NPP ni bia ye tata no. That's exactly what is happening in this country. It's part of the shame we are witnessing under John Dramani Mahama. Oba from word go till not prosecuted. All the corruption cases, they are clear obia. Like I say, John Dramani Mahama is a super clearing agent. Not or a freight forwarder. Super clearing agent. Importer and exporter. Because near oil it is off the scale of anything I have seen before in this country. You see, they can say another Danko Kufuado not on yet. We demonize another Danko Kufuado. But Nana and the Danko Kufuado has been tried even a quarter of the John Dramani Mahama AAU. They have not tried a quarter. Imagine Nana the Danko Kufuado applying NNAC with Kelvin Tailor AC. And our NPP is paying for Nayamon Nolly. You can imagine by now.
A case of encophobia, Yama Womo, Attorney General's one case in one, Emraman Hokwain, two, Bubetimia prosecutor will be 8 years. Went to me and add the Nipana Quaquat to say Dr. Punidi 8 years. Next, and just a Madame Sam one and strong. Well, because I've been no saying
the wheel of justice grinds slowly but surely. The justice delayed is better than justice denied. And I'm a boy. A man king. On mine say, wait for. Now, what be you are not say, baby? And then the correct. Say, why not? Me fast so Eddie Nejuma. Now, I get back and forth. And normal in legal jurisprudence. Yeah, we whole case they make 30 years. And I'm a if you let the will of justice grant, they will certainly get to the end of the case. So they be more with them, with for. If whether 8 years and whatever, once the not abiding was interested in the case and there was prosecution going on, you cannot just come and say that I'm going to file a null prosecution with a mini interest. Okay, because it's been in court for 8 years. No, on what legal principle? What's the legal principle behind it? It's not a favoritism. If it is not favoritism, what is the legal principle behind it?
Okay.
But it's a daily occurrence under this government. Will be a NDC media, the case a null prosecution. A null prosecution.
Mamina was here. Mesme das pa Ora Sallam Mustapha, a national youth organizer of the new Patriotic Party. Na NPP and Common.
Now, Nanusi, in fact, Professor Smart Sapon so Edin Simbi Atuja, ever MPP top bottom approach, is it top bottom approach? Any may a echo or so, I will put in emu. In fact, NDC communicator so I can be. But you can say to see MPP for you can't the most frustrated party in this country MPP. Yes, MPP. Because it's MPP. Omo party no. Omo who say omo sorry. Omo who say omo da. Day in, day out. Party no sinkia na sinki. Day in, day out. Party no sinkia na ede sinki. What in a mature say? They be a party the bathroom. They be a party no. At the chance they saying a party a bathroom because of Musubang, because of arrogant, handling and abwachi, Justin Kudia, Sallam Mustapha. You could see look at how arrogantly this man was talking. Omunya platform no money Ghana for kasa. How omuni Ghana for fesi kasa. How omun come omunsem. It tells you say these are the people. Say more chance, any chance, in some time and I say in future they will come and spoil the country again. They will come and destroyed what the government today has done. And if your name boss the chat it won't pay now. And a petrol ball upon somebody tax out to the fuel price is minimum. And if $1 today, the CD rate and if inflation. And I don't see one year must mint. Must have my young casa be brave. Udi and some Professor Smart Sapon, okay. Hypocrite Kwamisi Faka will never change. Udi yeti, how sit Nasia Osi a canism. Tea chance will be a cover between.
Near leadership baby no na eya kwese yenya people against it. Now ebasa emfaso be na wo ma party no the faso ebenya wo party ni so an say ebe divide ebe chiche party nim because sebe unya meye leader idea wo di anka betimi aya ne say also be support the vision of the leader ehye bia ba na nka also wo de ho aba bejim enti hwe say national council akwa take decision na senia menua Kwame Duncan minister kan former minister kan na ebi no mutete ne srani abasa ne ade ka wo dem hobi se council member bia anka osusu ye be ade foforo sa osusu ye na ode ba no bia na nye obia na nka bepe. And so what you do as a koba ne say ane nanka menemo nyaadwene enso se sa na mpanimfo ka dia ene ye nyina ye nsom na ye nye sa na ye de yeku na so kokoye say and I hear them say na Uncle Kwame na yeka no utie interview no I respect those who express dissenting views so mo a omune empanifo nyaadwene ana mebuo mpa na metie omopa because we hear the other side of the argument and so
yeah
but ya na ha adwene so omu kan fancy so say yes my church we mu nyina chese me ne omu nyaadwene de and so me domiku enti nom di aba no masom that part is missing mo amutie na no pay a mo ne impanifo nyaadwene no mo church be ne enti amu ne omu nyaadwene nyina awie a aya kafa ka ho say and I disagree but I support in the interest of the party. Na makai na danko Akufo-Addo after elections petition I think 2012 the no na ni fie woni ma hona camera sisi so no ka say yes court na decide me ne court na nya adwene and so mine ho do ne o mine na sumdwe ne ye nyina ye kan kronti no ye fanto ye china ye nko ye ni. That is how ekuma sa na ekuma eye obia o ye constructive obia on person or say ade no ya ade ye bia no after expressing your dissent your disagreement no yeah uso miesi ochina bia na wo so na oti ho no so de adwenche bia ba na obi so asom na so ni nasi bia kro nye kwaye one tree can never form a forest enti no dissent ne ma nyina ye welcome but say omupe party ni ye dia after saying all those things you really have to come back to the table and then reason with the leadership. Munyina mu so man nkonkosi. Etimi didimu akoye se na de kra na ma former flag bearer ekasaye. Ni nyina ye divisive seriously. Enti ekobase flag bearer na say party internal issues intino. Obi amoa na mo sponsor na man ko do the top hierarchy of the whole adi. Obi a party nyina ne kese pa ye say oba bebu oman so de na eno ana omanpani na bedi akire ebro omanpani abedi akire Ali Muhammad nyame fa ne kransie wo ho all the conferences he spoke. Now why what is it because of flag bearer Dr. Bawumia per flag bearer nti enye say your man the courtesy as the former immediate past vice president na nature say omanpani na Akufo-Addo per flag bearer anka you will be stripped off sir courtesy no na this reasoning NDC will not have this 2018 NDC for call omu first congress National Delegates Congress na that time no na President Mahama LUC aba no nye vice president no ye sitting president enso ekoto aba no Ghana fo anto ama no as painful as it was Ojitumomu call Congress. See how NDC for treated him. Nekasa Okaye 17th November 2018. Make just a small part. We have begun our journey back to the Flagstaff House. And on my part, I can confidently promise you all that I shall continue to provide the needed support and encouragement on that journey. And it will not matter whether or not I become the flag bearer or not, whether I become a flag bearer or not. Nikotini. Sometimes na obi anim so e kwa beda ho no mo ba be pribi. And so he was given that courtesy as the former president. He spoke. Oko so at the next congress omuyeye ewo at the 10th congress 2022 year de omuyeye as an obaso. President Mama spoke. We have a president who enjoys spouting the rhetorics of self-respect and restraints from begging Western nationals, blah 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 blah. This speech is now honumwa. Him say any opportunity the NDC got at the highest levels, they gave respect to the former president. Adena, in fact, sa kasaya ya kaimuno. Omampeni John Dramani mama jitumu. Sa brena no kasa say ne vice on ne course a okono. Pa wako say mi sata nyame ato nsa afre ni adinti which we say some ko wo ho a anko no so be kasa. Eye respect unim so mpeni pa na sem kra aya for obuma that office. The office, and there the office will be occupied by a certain human being. And by extension, you must give that at the contest. No Ankasa, there is going to be constituency based. Flag bearers election, no Meshia was stadium say, and no Maba to send a national aya umuye no na say region for Kushia, and the constituency based. It is still the way to the constituencies remains open. Obianko non concoy in the campaign. Now, more reduce the argument to some of these things are. Na etete party nim me boss me papa academic professor or tete me professor NNN so anu amano pa me chiaw or say you might even be the teacher una ujira nkora nim a wo kire omade and so don't go destroying the class because the reverse is more catastrophic. Can you imagine say Professor Smartapo Chenkora de na me nam say nkora na nya de wo nkora no say you might even be the founder of the party. And NDC has transcended some of these things. Okay, yeah. If Professor Mills' time, about 2004, but NDC was in a certain situation like this. How to contain the founder. So the founder now a very strong critique of the party he himself founded. They had to wisely maneuver between those lines. And they came out successful. It was even against the founder. Now, party founding members and then most of the munim say members and your member. Nebana say na members ni bin so can National Council no. Opening Hackman on your founding member. Is he not part of the council? Okay. And to more colleagues nibi, there are people of your like no more council hobby. The little you can do is to yes express your disagreement, but after that, and so declare with support for the council. China now na at the council. That is where my worry comes into. Omu party no enshine so na I have taken notice of Nipekubi. Let me say obia ompe party ni yie no. Say mo amutimi bi mo ni na muhu kasa mu otimi de kire. Especially one mu a omu ne amendments ya mokoko ye nhihye ya na kwakoye amendment any even amendment ya but you say some people are even speaking against the amendment. Meti obi say about 90% of the amendments ya about election. Na so mo jai party na to ho and election na mo dwene ho na den senior meanwhile in a democratic setting political party election enye 90% of your now okay na buy democracy there there yemfa benkwa na yemfa katenkwa beto so aba. So if Nshesheye is 90% focusing on elections, I think it fits rather. Obi say Adena, and this is what I thought say best of most of the problem. Okay, Obi Timiko MP not that you see you, not that you see. And a party in Nshesheye say one person could MP near there. Resign your position. I think 12 months or so to the general elections. No, before from me concentrating on that CEO then, and somebody severely had a problem with that, and you can never bring chaos to the party. How is this going to bring chaos? Mubi money and be say safo no, kasa na nche so mu pemu ye. Number 2, one more omunfa obuoma leadership, especially council no ne sa group, enya individual instructions. So say group akoshia na bibia free mu aba na pa say muye counter mumfa obuoma obi say top to down approach. Sa nipa na o ka top to down approach. I also want to say na only a party in Pennsylvania journal. Me mom dey Uncle Kwamna, I think it is still bottom up approach. Even the 31st January one, in my thinking, it's still bottom up approach. It's still not top down approach. The people who are going to form the electoral college, they say should be re-elected. and never bottom up approach. And yes, these people were elected. Were these people not elected?
They still remain elected.
Yeah. So these are also a product of January 31st. No? With the exception of few now, per the amendment. No? These are people who were also elected from the bottom. The same process is what brought them into existence.
Yeah.
And top to down approach, not down to top approach in a lexicon, you will be use brofu interchangeably. But they are a product of bottom up approach. Unless a person can say, NPP for NPP for Bimra and Sana Omaba Betuamenti. Yeah, me mom dear, I think say, motion ya, and you may see what Minia Franklin. Ne recent pulse sentiment analysis of the buyer no
Franklin
Kujwa Imani.
Okay, Imani.
Yes. Now our say between 16th June to 16th July no one more expressing negative comments about the NPP. Now 12%. And now one more expressing positive views or comments about the NPP 4%. And now about 84%. Eye neutral say omu hwe ne mpani for the bebe bia na omu asupport mestre we bia wo sa negative 12% yi mu no say open party yi a anya hwe kura say o ma positive 4% ni mu a wo de move koka neutral 84 no ho na de si gina ye say o the party ne champagne for bisa no mbeka bia meso ma boa me aye ne ahwe bebia ba kosi na meka no dua kro nye kwaye. Everybody who has been successful enjoyed unity and support of the party members. Emu chepe onye successful. Emu party bien no emu cheche ya omu successful. 2008 elections. Omampeni Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo I think 49.8%. Bia ankenye ma resign any say baba emu ankasa bia 0.2% as a 2% komunya ka ho. Omampani Kufo try to be breaky President Rawlings in 2000 no. Now the party was united. It struggled because of some of these breakaway. It took the Great Alliance, PNC, CPP, it tells you say unity no. And now 12% for negative for no. More expressive negative ni we na mo da so ye party madia wo de ese mo ma meka 4% positive ne ho kra momra 84% neutral na mo dom so mo die party na party mpanifo de nhyɛ be ba no mu be di so momra meka ho na numu na mo party ne betimi ayeye natimi a offer the needed opposition na fi a survive as a political party. Prof
Medase, anyway, by the by, Menyan NTS Finance Minister Dr. Cassiel Atoban Forsen or Chinano Beka media review. No?
Yes.
Now, if you are no quite will be COVID Levinana.
My men for 20 years on a minchia.
You should have done me beside no will be COVID Levinana.
You will be Nemum Ebiana Enye and Emenimia budget.
Oh, Mekaso China was will be
there be near Tennessee.
Anyway,
if you have any other tax elements be form of VAT we in Hunti you
you Wafan Kuma do so chill a shaman truck driver also chill papa if you meet me dying too soon then
come me dance need to what that room me ti was in biano for kakre bi because me kwame na
meet you
me hu na che na baby what the fire no can be say abango be ye be yi ni pe bi edi do twembe ya hanan na say enye
wankasa hanan o say implement na 40,000
asembo ha ni pan kan wi odum kaso ye di kwa tusu na sabi wanga waye aban nyuma na kasa wondo do kra ya
getting to 1 million
enti eye den na abosom ba kwechi yeto abawie mutimi fa nipa 40,000 don ra public sector adwumam asem no eni na ho because na ayete ne say chief of staff the krata babon thing say ubia aban yifa wa aban adwumam after 7 December ayeto aba no ona uti beke kan kakra o sa adi Now said after election, we for nipa 40,000. Eko ka abanyu my phone. Kwame, and she said, "Ben, I'm yet to offer to asemo."
Now, I wish you say when now or found after Abato.
Oh, Kwame, say, "Can't tell you buy no." Near your teen, and I just crack on the kind.
No, maybe Bisaka can say, "Sure, sanity."
Ya didn't name say crack every babonting. And on that day, I can't share by say, "Mon Chusana Mongi."
Chief of staff.
Right, the chief of staff officer by. Indeed, and no one common yedi. I said, "No matter me for 40,000 there." No more judge. Now I drink Paul Ben and Netachi. Some ya ma bang no beba no ha be kire no sika sem fam. Onyas can friend to send my phone car na. It's not for nothing. And you can say it's a woman clearance and sana. Ebia wangama wangafa bang nyuma yefo. Clearance be free finance minister ho na aba. Cause on no be hwe oman na hoden. No I say nipa dodo ahi na ebe hia. E ka ahi na ebe nya. Ye bebo ana sika ahi na dodo ahi na ebe tua wonka. Enti kwame eno dey misre. Nothing sia mfia wotwe. Ghana from me boom team to the extent say sabre no na owuro safo mafo na wakwadare wo amanu say mo NPP party no pa obianka say no man say public sector and choked choked intense obi bia grab fan etimpo bi say oba ba hwe adwuma wo aye na etin say ne ma ba ba no bi no pa adwuma ma wo won ya chin wo kan won puntum te me ben no man no hang no na mutimi fa nipa bare say e share public sector public edumayim e be affecting wage bill and no nyina ka yenta Ghana foto abeti am ho because amemu what the sadi bu manga enkwa nim enya won say Ghana ye de ka na enya bi mfantua enso sanso ni nte de ka be ya ne wu kakra se mbotum ho osase ni munya aka kra na mo bio no o chire mu kwanga chief justice asem eye defa o say kwame emu da papa o
Niwe
necessary advice ya no ne kwame na gina so two Ghana for prempren chire ne ntia ensese suspended chief justice asemi ss to aso and say o man no yi fefe wa ho and asa anu yi no mra entwa mu ye ya offer chief justice yi oye suspended wonyi na di ye enti odaso another window say be an asem kura no eto asoma obesan fa no say brabe fa adwuma na ayewa adwuma eno ntina won a wode mra no bae no wo hye mra no e de twa ho say yenya bibia ase no bia kura nte amekire bi no obaba ye na adwuma obi nya no ho asem nka enti president Mahama process onam so no omu babia eti amra ye na se na nka wo yi ano de dede eno ntina won ama ne platform say she a committee bi anameboa and a commission commission
there's a committee
mo na ko yinsem ya no sana waka ndedede enti hina no popo na ni chirobi na hina no bo atrimpo fi ase ansa na fe no execute ya ba ya ma no semo ba yenti me nyama no sem so fanse o man no impuntu ne kanko ya hwe ho kakra because e wo mram akwan say obi bi o Ghana ha nya above reproach oyo ni pada saninti ebedu bebe no e bia na akwan toto no enye ye papa based on one or two factors eno sunti no o de akwan nya to say ba ne saa muntu saa na moyi president Mahama sabe enyo ne mama lodi na nyanko ponchira bebe awo bia o say behind every successful man there's a woman the success Ghana ne yari chok you nyansa ne wo ahubambo e said one na another dem mi chia ya no pay enyo ne nka onyo ne susu hu on mra the mra chire wonga so on won susu ho and on wonga susu ho awie and on nam kwanya so fa so sabi petition enfi president Mahama ya ne ba pehen ho ne bai e Ghana fo bi wo sa kwan no say e so wotimi petition wonga ye na say wo de ye wonga tu ho anamon ensi ye kwamna papa misro wo afutu bi a fatu mame getru esaba araba to kono say one shutty window near and now one shutty door near on Tiana Moses so too near me say Nasam Bayer the dear honey be oh mammy some day send ye no fair committee grad abase one fan in Santana net nabio Nansu be so man and got now near Biaka into come Mr. Ghana mra the law is the law. Is the law.
The law is the law. Is the law. Let me just take this one. The 25th GMA annual public lecture is on. That is 25th Ghana Medical Association Public Lecture. The theme is Ghana's aging population, challenges, opportunities, and strategies for the next decade. And it is on Friday, July 25, 9 a.m. GMT. So the webinar is on. Speakers include Dr. Frank Srebo, President, Ghana Medical Association, our very own Professor Joseph Osafo, Center for Aging Studies, University of Ghana, Legon, Dr. Lenusia Akhlija, Tema Urban Hospital, Professor Kojo Senna, Department of Sociology, University of Ghana, Legon, Mr. Kojo Safu Intin, GM Actuarial Claims and Customer Service, My Life Insurance, Daniel Kujo Fiawotro, Head Agent Desk, Department of Social Welfare, and Dr. Benedict Okukwao, Specialist and Sports Exercise Rehabilitation Senior Resident. Inti Professor Joseph Osafo, name Penifo Bibako Kasa, Ewosan Shimwi, Ghana's aging population, challenges, opportunities, and strategies for the next decade. Of your patriotism,
me that's it. Kwame, I can't be bimse premprengi. Okay, social media no if you are target judges. Then if you have quarters back, if on the target, NDC and NPP Kwame.
When they so be a bit me, they were
no be out by no Kwame then Nasa. Maybe I'm going to maybe not saying to what target on na. And I know what target on the down. Never now, I don't never prempring Kwame or the Bemia. Papa target no, you won't be fear and Kabe because Nipa prempring won't have Supreme Court. I mean, justice is one notion.
For those girl,
one for retirement.
Say on the 7 Nakawam, so when I'm there, 20.
They make a one for retirement, don't have him. No one don't have home. One hour won't have fee. One judges in him. Well, no, so sir. You're not bear by Nangampo. Nabia, Chief Justice, ya. What then at Trans and say, what you say me? Nya what then at Trans or active or count. Inti mrebeng na woko fa tag na ba na den no ngaye no tag won kwame sabe eti fun fan chem ya no pa mene na se ope we da na bebre ya ofroso tieto fon pe na ayro ndesa utu fon be bi na ja bakata wa de so no wakọ wanim prempren ni a eda mo ponso no se na woko fa be yi eno na ese mo hwe ho ana mo ntu edu ba bia okasa bebre a ho ye hi o nyom kwa bo se nyom ye de pa.
Yeah.
And so to me, Bana, if you have Frudia, the Denny Dawson Ghana for Amama Konya Kakra. Say, Monko Parliament, minority, bring on what they know for my neighbor as a second beach as NPP for. Say, hey, I'm poor, a buffuna da ho. Then yeah, a coffee buffuna by. Nanya young conquerors, the biasa, it will be a picture song. It will be a picture song. Simple of her, praying what the target President Mahama. And you know, no, you're incompetent, Kwame. I'm not no ye. And I then make say no ye. Can't offer say there be. What's a good out on a being and now who nearby. Near nim say none now any other papa. No, nipper be some more kind, this is with my yacht and now you know. There be a maker, fear, Mr. President Mahama. When lose election because of the non performer, but now opposition then. Promises na was na do kon hwam ti yen koso hwe wankasa kura kan mo so hwe ye to this no ya sana en wo be so mo hwe en na mo de nkodu hefa e ka bare Ghana ba bia ya economy kodu obi awi na Prince Bahama bai na na montu kakra bi abuso mesia e ho susan so abonten MPP for na attest to that oh Charlie adi dia betu aso dia en ya hwe MPP party na begu e ya mpanso because we are still forcing Governor of the Bank of Ghana, President Mahama, economic management team, was support to one. Come on, was share behind the scenes. I won't agree. I'm paying for power. And yan nipa ba sebi benubi because the could be near take as the vice presidency. They won't carry on count. O to fukra won't fa. And now to me then. Ya koyen enim restarting agenda and Ghana for embrace. Yen nyina hia se sesam yama be ni so. Obi age FM. As a see to an amu bi chen baby a. Kokodu. Enti mo fa mo hunhyem. Mama mo bone no affect mo party no. E ho na asem na se feel. Nipa over 1.3 million and we are affected by DDEP. Ghana for more. Nipa monam banking sector cleanup so called. Emma washu nyuma bebre. What mu fa mun tie a hantan now crying hina 1 million votes after my money so brim. Niama bi ke kan ho 2020 na se ka mo mani bam so mo antie arrogance of far. And I don't know we na mpacho NPP as am ame na so mu adi wo nsem a tote gbam so de me fa ho be
na on fa na kan de ne nza
kwame so mu so mu na yo ngase me ne ntabango yo na ja me shem ba bi na me keka mo gagra achichiru na mu adoma ko dancing competition you bentwem no da hodin no you cruci ha no you say eh na achichiru on serve no say hwe winim na go so me boom a nka won kan ya kan so we so so David achichiru person opia na ona nto do jatna tipe na yi na nan noko enti sana me de to one faculty ni NPP fun talk am dey fa no be kwa me senka if senka nia ko nyina aye papa de a ka kwa me na kasa bebrebe nko so what you no kind say if all is well with them ganya kasa bebrebe o tietin weli ni me de ma kan ofia na me santi su bio
then
say me bob nsem ma won kwa won fa so to one party kwa me pese what your opposition
okay
oh you na me na ko ya na tia na me bob nsem ma won so why are the power because why you amepe
ntwantu aso sa
ntwantu aso sa kwa me na me boku kan twi ni ade anko be mpato ma me ye wa hawada ro
yeah
kwa me nya for nothing o na wo say yenko delegate conference so what go delegate conference I know bia na what kwanso to aba je wo a wo ye delegate kwa me mpato na me kan wo te ase kwa wo fa so chire ho ne say kwa wo fa so chire grassroots one can polling station no one constituency and so one region and so one national no and no obegina so ayi sani penny be say mo na mo nkosi ebia ye nganan mu na mo nkoto amama asamasi ana obenten now me before 2024 election delegate me na koto abayi one flag bearer mpata me boa na sa delegate so mo san mo ba ba no de mo twa ne yanyim mama nsa de yi mama mama ye de abra no mama manage then na chese mo amoto prempem but me tra office then na chese warrants some because no man no enya Dr. Bamian kwa no pe papa so pa homa so nyana no de onko na mo so mo ka ho bi and am contribute to defeat enti mo de mo ntina ho na mo nyentu o mayen na wo nga beba dachi bi na ba manage kwa me na etwasom na ma remfio wo say delegate nso nkwandewa wo hu mi check open kwesi pra baby obi a nkwandewa wo hu na ni wante e woni akana Japan tua e wona Dr. Bamian to bi krat mi kofie gofa san be ka ho na on do o twen na me na sua wasa woni nkwandewa kakra wo say wo do kwa kosawa ka wo de na wo saw na no ho bi na ekira asem o ekira asem wo say
mate
say yeah our friend then e ho bi penti ana abo asewa on man e ba duan na national matuam onya unti baby no bi abeta nako ana obi abebo ka ma fancy answer onya bi before say
Kwame Poku CID or say Kwame Poku CID from the Youth Wing Office, number 46 Florida Street, Bantama in Kumasi. Chairman General, because of fear.
Ejabujafo we ensema etimi akoso and me mega de maka I have stated it clearly. Some people for the unbelievable power na che, especially when they choose Bomia to lead Ghana again. I mean to lead their party. And I know say Dr. Alhaji Bomia already know Omwa Sheda Shisha to ho so rano say Ghana for pill, say NPP delegate pill, so moon pill rano he will still be the flag bearer. And I want me see there is no way NPP as a political party right now will allow Ibra Kennedy Japan to be their flag bearer. Do you know what? The way Papa Kennedy sit here, the way we see Canon Sem, the way we see Yen and Yama Fano. In fact, almost no Papa. Now, Omoka Galamsi who says, what Kennedy Japan did you? Uti Kennedy Japan di mo. Kennedy Japan ena nanado apenso okai se chema wuntumi eye galamsi. Finance minister si yanko IMF, but finally we found ourselves at IMF headquarters. Kennedy Japan can say we now or can say we now. No one thing about Kennedy Japan was sometimes ebiama mpe kakra nipa bia wona nso ba me papa no bibi ko ye betimi aka no kware a kire no. One thing about papa Kennedy Japan wa me mpe na asem eye ema mani ngi na ho eye de bi okasa na se omo ansoso na eye na bufuo no overtake no na wakasa overboard on se bufuo so de yemfa nyi bibi o kan sem onye code bi mfa ncheme o kan sem na se wo de bufuo kan even when you have a good point krana a bufuo na they can anyhow the demeanor and the kind of gestures are being na ma obi tinche no we say no, you are not on the right direction. You are not on the right direction. I know say Papa Kennedy Japan Sani man, people are working, they are working on it. And after Amoka is saying, if say anyone enka, there is no way Bomia can match Kennedy Japan anyway. Even a no crown, I had a bit may one. It media be canama can be MPP amanyuku a good. She say you from micro a minority nkete. And who they see parliament. A rabina obi yes no as a member of parliament. MPP for sorry almost a month. Meanwhile, the Chiman South 2020, you couldn't pan what who almost why Kwamina Quarsa was a wine. Mammy Nabutramin churches in them. I was a me premier home, but some children in which row. Utim, Wadarma 2020, Omubonko photo, Nipa Mochi, including 7-year-old boy. Ewo, the Chiman. Then time, I think in the 7th or 8th parliament. 7th parliament, and 8th parliament. Now Joe Wise, Yusuf Oseusu, and another first deputy speaker of parliament. Do you know his recommendation? Do you know his comment about it? And what he said about it, about that incident? Or since Uncle Fona no money na no more for. They were criminals, they were thieves. That is why police soldier for bomb to come. Yes, some way no can you. And yantida say sa one course na oye Techiman South. Ojinamo MPP a obuwi a yeku nipa edi bae no. Yeso ni in parliament yantida NDC for brand omoye minority in parliament omoka say omu PF the parliament da yantida in no circumstance any it is NDC for sorry so omu ntiase into omu PF the parliament but yenhwe say MPP for we no upon their numbers in parliament, upon how pitiful they are and how they can't survive. Whenever NDC wants to take decision, they can take it without them. No. They always want to show arrogance. They always show some kind of pride. They always show some kind of some disrespect to our democracy. To what? Our democracy. It yes will be in as a member of parliament. I say one sorry. Now me can't say back on job. MP we say be nyankopa to ne sa friend e wa kwatia yewra NST okumi Do you know say court catch any sema on swear in as a member of parliament? This year. Do you know on the 6th of, I think so on the 6th, on the eve, on the 6th eve, January 2025, a year and you marry, 6 and you marry. Do you know says how plenty we court catch and say no, papa, don't dare, men call and yes I bet you. Okoye, Emobuswen in NPP for Ankasa. And a court issue warrants, say a cochino. Omudruana or ye feeding of parliament. Court a kuhu clerk and in a casa, no more for proceedings, no more dwanage in a quano up to 3 years. Ujani yame, and so na nasi de bia sabi ni wuna wuna made because the party woo Bible cracker. It is inevitable. Be a bew, metian mew, be a bew. But what if you are na wuye bibia? Hwemu sade a wuge una ne kwan so na wuye de wuye. Ade a wuge sebi you are on the right path. You are on the right way. Menya ade nwie mankofo nkase ohu ya nka wanye. Ema wankasa wungine bebi mbele mu ho. Ene saa papa yi ye pene ene ye ho no. Nti MPP for na nkasa no. They should have learn a lot of lessons from what happened in 2020, from 2020. So come on, BC, and then 2025. But it seems they are not learning. The yeba power. But you see, be so much a more power. And then sebi policies and a more. And then interventions na more. Amudi power. Mobile culture say a digitalization. In Ghana, digitalization, no, are we not in already? Anyway, Attorney General drops charges against UN Bank founder Dr. Kwabena Dufo and 7 others. Anti-way breaking news about MPP 40 case win so a business show. Attorney General Yura Dominic Ayine Ankane UN Bank founder Ura Freno Unibank Dr. Kwabena Dufo ono kwa nanka obe contest as flag bearer oni Yura John Mahama eno mo advice no student hofo no hu se debi ska say min kwa yese Kwabena Japan ni kwa ade ni mo nti ma men drop it what you say eno no so drop it but enei sikasem ne nyema bi omo Attorney General so ma drop it say the Attorney General the Minister for Justice Dominic Ayine has officially discontinued the prosecution of former finance minister and founder of the defunct Unibank. Okay. So Dr. Kwabena Dufo along with 7 others. Anyway, news and Wednesday on pay 23rd of July 2025. And also it's me Abba so. Okay. Okay, I'll see Mahama refers electoral violence report to Attorney General. Electoral violence. I think that 2020 again back home. Say to about pinche ye the abe bobi 3 home ye show be kuturkuni nano. Mahama I refer case ni na diama Attorney General Yura Dominic Ayine. I was yama me voice. Kila wadu comment section the media no meka makra bye.